Well, good evening and hello, Speedy. How are you doing today? So, here's the thing for today's stream, right? I don't know how long we're going to stream, and I might get interrupted during the stream, but we are going to go for it. And no, no. Froggy Johnson hasn't been named yet. I have absolutely done nothing in this area since the last stream. So Kitty Cat is back home. Not doing very good, but better than last night. Even though probably paid almost like $200 for the vet today, and that was an unforeseen expense. Misfit, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. Thank you so much for the check-in. But yes, like I say, Kitty Cat is back home after, well, paying the vet about $200, which was an unforeseen expense today. But Kitty is home, doing a little bit better, but absolutely not 100% yet. But it's positive. We have to stay positive. And no, Misfit Kitty Cat hasn't been well over the last day or two. This morning he could absolutely not walk at all. His hind legs isn't good. Now I have to say, this kitty cat is just about 17 years old. So with the old age, there's certain things that comes with it. But yes, in all, Kitty Cat is a healthy little cat. But yes, he's not doing too good, but he is doing better than this morning at least. Yes, Kitty Cat is definitely a master of loafing. So let's see what we are going to do over here. I did say I want to bring in some of this leaf litter. So I'm thinking if we do leaf litter like this, just running around the edge here. That should look pretty good. Sane, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How has your weekend been going? Absolutely welcome in, Sane. I'm so glad to see you back in here. So we are just basically working on this little pond. Just finishing up a few final touches. So if I do the leaf litter like this, I think it just blends in a little bit better with the terrain surrounding the lake. How's that look? Well, thank you, Resides. Look, honestly speaking, I think I do appreciate that a lot. Look, the redeems are yet to be used. But I think after the day I've had today, well, I do appreciate you saying you'll hold off. Well, and that way resides, that way you can also save up a little more points, ain't it? No, 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 no. We need to... Alright, we need to do this in reverse now. Have you added the azalea bushes on the side by the stairs? No, not yet. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done anything in this area since we finished streaming yesterday. I did, however, Misfit, go back to the end today to gather a few extra shulkers. So my shulker box supply is actually looking pretty good right now. I think I've got about 11 shulker boxes now, so that's better than yesterday. Sen, it's been going fine. I have a few exams this week, so not so much excitement. My weekend has been, well, alright, except for the fact that my kitty cat is really not well. Had the kitty cat at the vet today, paid a lot of money, and kitty cat's doing better than this morning at least. But he's not 100%. We'll have to see how things go with kitty cat. Other than that, my weekend has been absolutely great. Actually, I had the last 4 days off, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I haven't worked. Resides, you're welcome to ramble. Your rambling does keep the chat going sometimes, so you're more than welcome. Being drunk on a Sunday evening, which reminds me, I might want to grab a little something to drink. I think I deserve it after today. Alright, I think that's... Let's see if we... So I think that looks good surrounding the pond. Yes, Misfit. Funny how we come up with the money for them even if we don't have it. Our little furry family means so much to us. Yes, and Misfit, the thing is... So basically... I used my grocery money for the month to pay for the vet. So we'll see what where we get groceries for the month. But that's you know what, that's not like you say, we will do whatever we can do for the furry little family members, and the rest will look after itself. We'll be fine. I mean, we'll be fine. As long as the furry ones are doing alright, I guess the two-legged family will be alright. But yes, it's funny how we are always able to find the money needed for the furry guys if they aren't feeling well. Definitely true. And you know what, when we noticed him being sick, we kind of already prepared that it's time. I mean, like I say, he's like 17 years old, so we have prepared ourselves mentally to like say goodbye. But fortunately the vet thinks it's still alright. He doesn't need to... We just need to keep an eye on him. and he is now on medication for kidney issues, but the kidney issues is normal with a cat that age. Got a little bit of arthritis as well, but that's also pretty normal for a cat of that age. And I have to say, this is the kitty that I've had, the oldest kitty that I've ever had. My cats usually don't last this long. But then I also have to say, when I get a kitty cat, I usually go for Siamese cats, and they are really, they do tend to get leukemia quite young, and I've basically lost, what is it, 3 Siamese cats to leukemia. So I decided, after the last one, I decided absolutely not getting a Siamese cat ever again. It really does, like, you know, they are family, they are kids in the house, and it absolutely hurts losing a kitty cat. So yes, I will not be getting a Siamese cat ever again. So you know that feeling when your lab was so sick, I was spending over $100 a month on his meds. Somehow you made it work. Yes. So somehow you do make it work, Misfit. And absolutely, it's never easy when it's time. But look, what I've learned is that we need to we have to consider them as well. So sometimes you will ask the vet, but isn't there anything we can do? Can't we, like, keep the animal alive a little bit longer? And ultimately, I think, like I say, that's for us. That's not for the pets. And that's not always the right thing to do, because they are usually in pain. And now we are keeping them alive just to have a little more time with them. So I don't believe in that. I believe in, if it's time, it's time. It's tough, it's difficult. But if it's time for them to go, you need to let go. I know my mother-in-law had a dog, and also the doggy got very sick, and they also spent loads and loads of money on keeping the dog alive. But I feel that, what sort of life does that dog actually have? Because they are in pain most of the time, and that's not fair. That's definitely not fair towards them. So yes, look, if it's time, and you maybe like postpone for a day or so, just so that you've got time to really say goodbye, I think that's still all right. But keeping them alive indefinitely just for you, because you don't want to say goodbye, that's absolutely not fair on the little animal children of ours. They need to, if it's time to say goodbye, it's time to say goodbye. I'm just thinking a few things to spruce up the decorating. So what I was thinking also, should I maybe catch a few fish and bring them to the pond? Now we are going to bring a few froggies to the pond. But while we don't have froggies yet, can I bring a couple of fish over? Will the fish stay or will the fish despawn though? That's the question. That's the million-dollar question. Hello, Hugo! No, hello there. Time to fight the concept of mathematics? What is it with you and all the fighting? Yesterday it was Neptune, today is mathematics. What? What? Well, welcome in. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for showing your lovely face in the stream. I absolutely adore that. Kit, how are you doing today? And welcome in. Welcome in. Good afternoon to you. And how has your weekend been? We are just continuing a little bit of work on the pond over here. I don't know. I'm right now at the moment. I'm just throwing things in there. See how it looks. Right, let's have a little. How is that, guys? I don't know. I don't think I should do any more. There's one more thing I was thinking about. We're going to try it quickly and see what that looks like. But there's one more thing I wanted to try. Other than that, I think the pond is now all right. I am going to try and catch a few fish to put in the pond, but only maybe like 2 or 3 fish, just to have a little more life in it. Then we'll see how it looks. Well, I can already see how it looks. It looks pretty awesome to me. And Misfit, I absolutely missed your 20 stream streak. Wow. 20 stream streak, Misfit. Wow, well done. That's absolutely awesome, and thank you so much for the continued support. Highly appreciated, Misfit. Highly, highly, highly appreciated. Hugo, you say you finally completed your new PC, so now you can game with higher FPS and resolution. So tell me a little bit more about the specs of your new PC. What do you have in there? What sort of processor and GPU are you running? Because I seriously need to save up a little money for a new PC. I feel my this gaming laptop that I'm using is just not giving me the performance I really want. Yes, Crazy Misfit, you you might just enjoy my streams based on the 20 stream streak that you've got. Might just mean that you enjoy the streams. Now, how am I gonna get up here? I'm gonna steal it through telepathy if you tell me. Well, Hugo, I might just try. I absolutely might just try. Whether how successful I will be, that's a different story. But that might not stop me from trying. So guys, I was thinking, I just want to try this. And then you can tell me what you think about it. Just see, because now I was thinking after the stream yesterday, can't we give the froggy just a little bit of a pupil? Bring it in a little bit. Maybe just something like that. We'll see. If we don't like it, we can definitely remove it. But I really did want to check it out and see what it looks like. Hugo, you say you ain't risking it. Well, that's your choice, my friend. That's absolutely your choice. Nothing wrong with that. Anything I ever ask any of you guys, remember, answers are absolutely voluntary. I'm not going to think any less of you if you don't want to. Give me an answer. Ow. So what do you think of that if we place the little eyeballs in there? The emerald eyes. I can live with that. I can certainly live with that. Looks really good. Thank you, Misfit. I appreciate your feedback, as always. I am a little bit... I don't exactly know if I absolutely love this year for a light source. But I don't know how we can cover it up. But for now we leave it. Maybe once we get frog lights, we can come in and change it. Change it up to something else. Or maybe we should put a redstone lamp in there. If we put a redstone lamp in there and power it, that could be a little bit more subtle, I think. Thank you, Sen. Yes, I do think it adds a little bit of life to the statue. But now, for the most part, let's see if we go a little further away. I think you're not really going to see it for the most part. But me knowing it's there just soothes my mind a little bit. So Hugo, you said you've got 32 gigs of RAM and 1.7 terabytes of space. That's not bad. That's not bad. But you ain't telling what the components are called, cause I ain't risking you stealing them. Well, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. So like I said, I need to save up money for a decent gaming computer. So I was thinking of either going for the RTX, what's the latest, 5070 or 5080, but the 5080s are just so expensive. I really don't know the price difference between a 5070 and a 5080 is really worth that money. Not to me anyway. But then thinking more long term, it might be worth doing. So, but yes, at least if I need to think about RAM, at least 32 gigs. Ah, the zombie horse. Don't worry, Misfit. Don't you worry. Zombit is right here. I gave him a saddle. I gave him some horse armor. And he's quite safe. And obviously enjoying the grass underneath the tree. Did you think I had something happen to Zombit? No, how could you think something like that of me? And Misfit, I don't know whether you were here earlier, but I did go back to the end and gathered a little more shulkers today. A little worried that he might have walked outside. Yes, well, he is outside, but he is protected. So, no worries there. Absolutely no worries there. Zombit is absolutely safe. Now we are going to need to wait for the sun to set so that we can have a little nap. Then I'm thinking of just adding a... You're so jealous of those boxes. Look, Misfit, I have to say, eh? I went back into the end with my full netherite kit, and with the elytra, it was actually not that hard to gather more. I just went back to the original city that I found, and I just cleared out all the shulkers from there. Sen was starting to think that Misfit loves the zombie horse more than the dogs. Yes, well, now Misfit, I have to say, this little zombie horse isn't as fast as the other horsey. I mean, if we quickly have a little bit of a ride, and try out Zombit over here, and he's a decent speed, not too slow, but he's definitely not the fastest horse around, And definitely jump height is also not all that great. Now if we quickly take a little trip with the other horsey, you'll see that this horsey is much faster. I think this horse is actually fast enough for me to not want to use it when I'm traveling short distances. Alright, so what's next for that little pond area? So I'm done working with a pond. I just need to catch a few fish to put in there. But I was thinking of maybe having a few benches there next to the pond. If I could just make some space in the inventory so that we can grab a few more resources. Then we can go set up a little bench and see what that looks like. And then I absolutely want to see if I can grow one of the bigger oak trees there next to the pond. So I was thinking if we have a little bit of a seating area. Maybe like this over here. And now I would absolutely love it if I can grow one of these huge giant oak trees next to it. But I simply don't know if we're going to be able to. But let's try it. I think there is a way to kind of nudge the tree to be a little bit bigger. So first of all, we'll put a dirt block underneath the tree. And then let's just see. So this is definitely not the size we want. Apparently there used to be a trick that if you do something like this before you grow the tree, there's a much bigger chance of getting a bigger tree. Nope. Seems to just waste my bone meal. Maybe if we do it one higher. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to grow the tree, chop it down until we get the size we want. Because this is definitely not going to work. I was sure there used to be a way that you can kind of force the tree to be a bigger tree, but it seems not. Seems not. So we're just going to have to grow the tree and chop the tree until we get one that's big enough. Definitely not this one. And that's also, I want the huge one. And it seems I'm going to have to go and grab some more bone meal if I want to achieve this. That's not a problem. We can definitely go and grab some. Not like I've got any shortage of bone meal. So as I said earlier, I have absolutely no idea how long we are going to be live today. I had, with the kitty cat being sick, I really had a very bad night of sleep yesterday. And I am quite tired, and tomorrow I am back at work as well. But we will at least do 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, or maybe 2 more hours from here on. We'll just see how it goes. But I might have to interrupt the stream at some point. Still not the one. Definitely not that one. Well, at least at least we are getting plenty of oak logs. Misfit Zombie Horse doesn't have the same ring to it. No, definitely not. Just doesn't sound the same as Misfit Mutts. Ah, come on. All I'm asking is for a proper oak tree. Good evening, Suleiman. Welcome in, welcome in. And I told you plenty of times before, no need to apologize because you're late. We are here exactly, well, long enough so that if you're late, you can still catch pretty much a lot of the stream. Welcome in, Ponchi Kim. Welcome in. Listen, Ponchi. I don't know what's the deal with the YouTube delay. I would recommend anybody on YouTube that wants to actually join in the chat, to rather come over to Twitch if you want to chat. If you're watching on YouTube, but you just want the stream open for background noise, that's all right. You can do that on YouTube, but I would recommend that if you want to participate in the chat, to actually pop over to Twitch. Because the YouTube chat seems to be quite a bit delayed. I think the whole stream on YouTube, I think, is a little bit delayed. You think if I put one block beside it, it will higher the chances of growing big? Okay. But can it be any block? Do it have to be a specific block? Can it be like... And I know I'm probably asking for a lot to actually try and get the big oak tree. But I do like them. I do like those big oak trees. Alright, Misfit. Going to lurk for a bit. Enjoy the lurk. Catch you later. Catch you later. So any block will do. So let's see. And look, I've almost got a stack of saplings from doing this. And then there's another one that's been floating around, but now the bone meal are finished again. Right, Paunchy, you say place it one more up. I'll go and try that just now. Let me just grab more bone meal. Then we can definitely try placing it one block further up. We'll throw that in there. So I have previously seen somebody place blocks in a specific pattern or in a certain pattern to basically force the tree to grow bigger. But now I can't remember. I can't seem to be able to. Thank you, Paunchy. That's perfect. That's perfect. Now, Paunchy, now I do kind of feel upset that you were late. Because if you weren't late, we would have figured this out a long time ago. Hydrate. I can definitely hydrate. Let me take this down. And we can definitely have a little bit of water. You're more than welcome to ask an interesting question. You know I like your questions. Always. You're always more than welcome to ask any question you want. The decision is always with me whether or not I'll answer it. Alright, the question affects everyone in chat. Alright, let's hear it. Who is Fast Cheater 111 on Discord? If you are in here, let me know. I want to thank you. I'm not sure whether I know. I'm not sure whether I know who Fast Cheater is. Absolutely not. No idea. But if they are on here, please raise your hand. Because Ponchi has something to thank you for. Alright, now let's see if we can put a little bit of a picnic table over on this side. I might just need to... How are we going to make the picnic table though? I do like the lighter shade for the benches, but we can maybe try, since I've got all of these oak logs now. Oh, he sent such good ideas on Discord. You want to credit him fairly? Was the only response I see on Discord is from Beans. I don't see that Fast Cheater on my side. Oh, Beans, that is probably resides, Ponchi. I think if I've got it right, it might be resides. But I'm not 100%. It may be or it may not be. Saying 4 trapdoors and 2 shelves on the sides could be a nice table, but it's quite big. Yes, I don't want too big a table. But let's see how it, because this, I want to do a little something in this space over here. So ideally, let's see something. I wanna try something maybe. There's 4 trapdoors and 2 shelves on the sides. That could work. We'll try that. I've got a different idea which I'll also try. I don't really know whether the oak is going to do the job, but we'll see. I'm going to try something. I wanted to make oak shelves as well. But let's see if we do. Because this is what I was thinking. Like do that for a little table. And then do I have... Let's see. We do it with birch. So we do birch benches with the oak table. How's that for a little table setup? I think that does work, doesn't it? And then I want to see about one. Great, you like it? No, Sen. I've got another idea that I want to add. Well, because what I was thinking is to make a little canopy over it. Color. What color will work for the canopy? Wool. I'm going to use wool to make a little, like a little umbrella up here. Because what I was thinking, if we do this and we have a little canopy over it, or an umbrella over it, which we'll use wool for. But quickly decide, what color do you think will be good for the area? Or place chains on the tree's branches 1 block apart and place slabs under the chains. We can do that for a little swing, hanging chair. Paunchy, we'll go back and do that just now to see how it looks. And let's just see if we can decide on a color. We can do 2 colors as well. We're gonna do maybe purple and magenta, orange and yellow, lime and green. Those colors work well together. Same. So why do you think I ask you guys? All right, let's go. I'm gonna go with cyan. I can always bring the rest back. And light blue. Just quickly hold on for me. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry for that, but like I said, I might need to interrupt the stream a few times tonight. You know what? From time to time, it's necessary. I need to maybe just keep a little eye on the kitty cat every now and then. So it is necessary. But alright, let's see. I'm going to need to grab a few chains as well, so we can try and making that promised you a cup reveal. I will post the cup on the Discord. But you see, the thing is, Ponchi, I will do it. I just keep forgetting to do it. But I will definitely do it. Let me, I'm gonna take a photo right now. Then let's see if I can quickly do this thing. My apologies. But I'm just trying to quickly, I'll upload my cup reveal on the Discord just now, because if I don't do it now, I'm definitely going to forget about it. So let me see. Alright, cup reveal has been uploaded in Discord under general. Ponchi, the redeem for hydrate, I changed it to only be available once every 30 minutes or so. I think it's once in 30 minutes. Because otherwise you're going to make me drink so much that I need to pause the stream and go to the loo too many times. Absolutely too many times. And that's the only reason why I've limited the quantity of hydrates. So I am thinking of quite a few other redeems that I want to add. But it takes me a little bit of time. So now I'm gonna have another problem with this thing. I will pay for my actions in a different way. I can definitely do a posture check. That's absolutely possible, Paunchy. And stretched. You're waiting for me to just get comfortable again. Then you want me to stretch as well. All right. Right. That feels better. Now how are we going to do this? Could I use some string maybe? Still have 200 points, but they are out of stock. Just give it 30 minutes or so, Paunchy, and they'll be back in stock. String, I can't remember if it works with string, but we're going to test it. We're going to try it out. See if we string like that. Ah, it works. So like that. How about that? You can annoy my ears. Instead, check in is never out of stock. Isn't it? I think check-in you should only be able to do once per stream. I think. Alright, so Paunchy, you were talking about the chains. But now let's see if we can make something work with the chains. Adding a log, I was thinking if we add a... like a fence there. Don't I have oak slabs? Alright, Paunchy. Listen, thank you for joining. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for your support. I will catch you next time. But thank you for your support and thank you for all your ideas. It is highly appreciated. So we do a little like this. Take this one away. A new PFP will appear on Twitch if you're not lazy tomorrow. Well, I am very interested to see, Paunchy. Thank you so much for your support. And I will catch you tomorrow then. Ah, why? I was thinking. Doing this for a little, string. I think that should be more or less what Paunchy had in mind. We could always change the bottom to trapdoors as well, but I think the one with the planks or the slabs at the bottom really does work. And then we can add a little lantern there just to light up the area. I think that looks good. That looks good. Now, I want to have a little something on the table. Maybe a flower pot. Or maybe a piece of bread as well. That could work. Oh my word, the fiancé is annoying your sense of gravity? Oh my. That sounds dangerous, Sen. That sounds dangerous. But what do you think of our little canopy, umbrella, whatever you want to call this thing? I think that looks cozy. But yes, as you said, we might need a little flower pot up there. And then maybe a piece of bread or something. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. What magic acts we can perform. Ooh, sword. The sword. Oh, you mean that fence is annoying your sense of gravity? Oh, alright. Which fence? That one up there? Do you think I should rather replace it with a log? I mean, I don't think a log will look out of place. And do that. Don't do that. That doesn't look out of place. Alright, what do I need? I need a flower pot. And I think we're gonna put one of these in the flower pot. Then I want, well, we've got apples as well. A piece of bread, maybe. We can do something interesting. Alright, much better, thank you. If you think so, we'll go with it. But yes, it's true, maybe the fence looked a little bit out of place. Let's see, flower pots we do have. I'm thinking we're gonna take those with us as well. And let's see how we can spruce it up even more. I do think I want another oak tree, maybe right about here. We're gonna put the flower pot up that side. And the piece of bread, we can probably do that with an item frame. I'll need to see if I've got bread. I don't think I've got bread. But I should be able to make some bread. Let's see. Do I... Wow, we've got a piece of bread. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Ow. You can put an item frame, a piece of bread in the item frame, make it invisible, and then we can put a armor stand. Give the armor stand we show arms, no gravity. Give it an apple. Then that. Was going to try and be a little more fancy with this. Let's see if we can be a little more fancy. Bring the apple down. Like that. Push it back. Get invisible. So how about that? We've got a apple, a piece of bread, and then a flower pot. I think that looks good. And maybe over here we can do a little bone meal. Want too much. Just thin out some of the grass. So I think that works. What do I have for? I don't really have much tall flowers. Maybe these ones we can sprinkle a few of them around. Like that. Thinking, can we now? Why isn't I think it's in here. See if we can maybe do a few patches of wheat. Just help them grow a little bit. I think that's looking all right. Then I do a few extra bits of grass. Just take away the tall grass and maybe the extra flowers. Don't need that much grass. Just maybe like that. Local, how are you? Good afternoon from, well, good evening from South Africa, I guess. Florida, how's the weather in Florida? I can't think that Florida ever has winter. Isn't it always like nice and warm over in Florida? Well, I might be mistaken, but I just imagine if I think about Florida, I think of nice, warm, sunny weather all year round. As I said, I may be mistaken, but I don't think I am. If you want real heat, come during summer. Look, I can just imagine, because in summer, I would assume you guys have that, humid, thick almost that heat that you can almost touch the heat. That's how bad it gets. But I mean 90, I can't remember how much is 90 because 90 Fahrenheit. I can never remember what is the conversion. That's about 32 Celsius. That's not that bad. Because over here we get up to, if I convert it to Fahrenheit, yeah, over here in the peak of summer, we get to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, where I'm at. So 90 ain't that bad, but I think the humidity makes it a little bit worse. I wanted to do something with the sword as well. That's why I brought it. Definitely want to try something with the sword as well. Well, we get up to about maximums in summer to 100 degrees, but it is more of a dry heat. Where I am, we don't have any humidity. So it's more of a dry heat. But yes, it gets pretty hot. It's pretty hot over here. I was thinking doing something like this with the sword. No gravity, show arms. The sword in there. Right arm. That maybe. That. Ah, there we go. We've got a little sword leaning against the back of the bench. You say you played a headache of a mod yesterday? What mod pack was that? Anything popular? Resides, you're back. Resides. Just have a look at how the area is coming together. Just look at this. That is so cute. That's so, well, so awesome. But I do want one more big oak tree. I do want one more big oak tree. So even if we go a little further, and this is going to fit in so nicely with the idea I've got for the villager houses, I think. You are always more than welcome to suggest something, Resides. And then while I've got you here, Let's quickly make a sign. So I wanna put the name for the frog. A shovel leaning against a tree with a potted plant nearby. That we can definitely do. That we can do. Resides the name of this of the statue, and then what color sign do you want to have? No, local. No. We've already decided. This is something special. So resides. We need to decide on the what sign. Are we going to use oak sign? Spruce, birch. We're gonna do. So then I think a birch sign with a green or spruce. Okay, we can do spruce. So let's see, spruce and then green dye. Let's see, I think I should have spruce sign. I should have. Now we're gonna do green or lime. Right, we'll do lime and we'll pop a glow ink sac onto it. Let's go and see. No problem, resides. It's a community project. It's absolutely a community project. That's why we're doing it. So this is Froggy Johnson. And then how do we word this? Well, there's not enough space for the S, but Froggy Johnson, yes, we can do in thanks to just like that. There. Perfect. Yay, awesome. All right, now the shovel idea, are we going to put that right over here? Let's see. Flower pot. I think we can put flower pot. What a fine buttock indeed. Let's pop one of these in here. And grab ourselves a shovel. I think a stone shovel should do. No, I haven't seen him in here tonight. Yet. He hasn't been in tonight as far as I've got it. A little shovel. I must actually not do too many of these item frames. They can cause a little bit of lag because it is entities that we add to the world. But I'm sure one more isn't gonna hurt. See, can we rotate it a little bit like this? 90 degrees. Bring it up like that. So okay, this might be a little bit better. Bend the neck right down. Let's make it a little bit bigger as well. I saw a cool mod that might be a cool redeem and bring tons of life to the bold straw statues. And you can input player names and it loads their skins. And you can position them on swings or climbing or running. And I thought it might be a cool redeem. Resides, I have considered adding the straw statues. If you've ever checked out my my YouTube channel, I do some mod reviews on there, and the straw statues mod is definitely something I'm very interested in. So it's definitely something I can consider. So I mean, mods like these, I don't think they take away anything from the game. They don't change the way the game works or anything. This isn't gonna work. I'm going to need to this way. How am I gonna do that? Resides create is one of those mods that I've never been too interested in, to be absolutely honest. Let's see if we can do this. Can we Switch hands, alright. To do it this way, then rotate it. Oh, let's a little bigger. Up a little bit. Down. Go into the dirt a little bit. How's that? That looks absolutely awesome. I think that looks awesome. And let's see. Let's quickly see. Don't know whether we can. Oh yes, we can. Like that. Like that. I think this looks beautiful. And maybe we can just add a little bit of leaf litter. Just like that. Hey, that looks like that works. I think that looks awesome. That looks great. Oh my word. You know what, Resides? I do so love it that you guys in chat are participating in the builds, because that makes it so much more fun. I do really enjoy it. I absolutely love the way this is coming together. Now the next thing. So I think that looks so good. This little area is looking so nice right now. You say the new intro spot is that bench? Could very well be. Even though I don't really use too much of an intro spot, but yes, I think we could do a few intros in this area going forward. Right, I'm just getting a little bit to drink. No, don't worry about it, Resides. I listen. Thanks for the hydrate. Water the streamer. Yes, water the streamer. And while we are talking about watering, I need to go do a little bit of something here with the water streams coming down. But first, I would like to get another oak tree. Now I don't have any oak saplings. I'm gonna have to take down a tree. Ah, this one looks perfect. And just replant it. Grow it. Alright, alright. Enjoy the lurk resides. I will summon you when I need your input. I want to just grow another giant oak tree over here. Maybe right there. Come on, this has to work. It worked before. There you go. Awesome. And I like the way that the leaves are like almost, or actually touching. It gives a little bit of a framing to the area. Never missing a stream for real. I do appreciate the thought, Resides. I do absolutely appreciate it. I'm always happy to have anybody in the stream. And look, like I said earlier, you guys giving your inputs and everything in the stream just makes it so much nicer for me as well. Okay, this side I don't want too much grass. We can take out this one. Maybe take out that one as well. Alright. I think that's this area done. This area is looking perfect. Right, now I need to go and pay a little bit of attention to the water streams. I don't have any blocks that I want here. Maybe mud will do. Maybe muddy roots. That could also work. Because basically I would want these streams to flow underneath the path. Please give the impression that it's flowing underneath the path. maybe... something like this. Let's see if we can make this work. In a mossy over here. Maybe another stone block. Cobble and a mossy. Good. That in there. Water there, that will flow. Do something like this. Let's see. All right, I think that works. That definitely works. I think now we just need to do those two. I think those two can come together. I think right here. Let's do the same. Rooted dirt underneath. And then it should come out right here. And I think normal mud. Like that. Just go and grab... Well, no, I don't need to. I can take these out. So you can put a water bucket in there. You take this out as well. Ah, perfect. I don't know about this. Maybe we should just change this back. This one I have a little problem with because we're going to keep bumping our heads against the tree. So I'm thinking this one, we'll just also link it up to the other one. Do it like this. And time to sleep. Right, let's see how this looks. I think that definitely looks awesome. I think this is going to be my new channel banner, maybe. I do love this area. This area has come out so pretty. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, everyone. So I think with that, as I said, I didn't have a good night's sleep yesterday. So, Resides, thanks for checking in. Thank you for watching the stream. Thanks for all your input. I think I need to end it here for the day and go to bed. I don't know if there's anybody on that we might be able to raid. Let's just see if there's anybody on that we might jump into. All right, I see Glorp is on, so we're gonna pop into Glorp's stream and see what he's getting up to. I think we haven't raided him in quite a while, and I want to just see how he is along in his world. So basically, when I do the raids, it's basically kind of selfish because I'm doing it because I want to see what the guys are getting up to. So I think let's pop into Glorp's little stream. Let's see. We can get in there. Thanks, Resides. I will catch you next time.